Welcome back to our final round. Well, actually, it's just welcome to our final round, but welcome back to our League Challenge here. Final League Challenge before the Las Vegas Regional Championships here at Psycho Turtle in Pico Rivera, California. The Las Vegas Regionals are not here. This is our last tournament here before that one. I'm Dennis Geisler. I have Fuecoco with me. I'm losing my mind just a tiny bit. Here looks a little weird. We're getting through it. We're getting into round number 5. I've been losing my mind a little bit. It's Kenneth Huang and Anthony Ascencia. Kenneth is running the Pigua, running the Porygon 2, Incineroar, Golden Go, Ursaluna, and Amoonguss, alongside the Sneasler, which is kind of the traditional pick with that one, able to give you the speed that the team needs in a little bit different of a way than the Kilowattrel. Anthony is running the Sneasler, Male Indeedee, Tyranitar, Golden Go, and Annihilate and Mousehold. I'm interested in seeing how those teams match up. It is Goggles Mousehold, so you do have a way through the Amoonguss if you just decide to go hard into the Annihilate stuff, which I would recommend, I think. Certainly, if I saw this as a Mouse Ape player, I would be running that Mouse Ape and trying to get that done early on. And the scariest thing would be the Amoonguss, which you can definitely manage. Both these players at 3 and 1 on the day. A win takes them to 4 and 1. As you all probably know at this point, 4 and 1 certainly gets you into top cut. 3 and 2 might do it, depending on your resistance throughout the day. And you never really know where that's at when you start 3 and 1, so we might be seeing more of these 2 later. The winner we will certainly see in top cut, but we'll have to see. Indeedee will activate the Psychic Surge. It's Indeedee and Annihilate as the lead here. Annihilate will get the Defiant boost for the Incineroar being around here. An interesting lead between these two. Indeedee does not have a way to touch Incineroar here, although Annihilate certainly does with the Drain Punch. It is that kind of... It's a Mouse Ape. You kind of know what you expect here. A little surprised we don't see the mouse here, and I guess we might just see it right now. Might have just been to stop the fake out there. That's probably mouse. Yeah, that's mouse. You can tell because it's got the house kanji in there. It's not a kanji, it's a character in Chinese. But I know it is kanji. Thank you. Annihilate is going to Terastallize as well, actually. Makes sense against the Shadow Ball. We'll bulk up right in the face of both these Pokemon. That's +2 attack, +1 defense. And the Shadow Ball should do about half, I'd imagine. Ooh, a little under half. That also means Incineroar gets to follow up with the U-turn into the Mousehold. That does mean that there's some pressure for Kenneth to bring in something that works against this duo here. If he has anything in the back that can do anything here. I think it's gotta be the Sneasler, yeah. So Sneasler will at least be able to stop kind of a free beat-up Rage Fist. You can at least force a... what's that move? Follow Me? Probably Follow Me. You can force a Follow Me here, and potentially, see where it goes. I don't think Sneasler is able to KO with a Dire Claw here. Close combat should be able to do it, but... Let's see here, it's gonna be the little mouse going for a Protect. So not drawing away the damage from the Annihilate. At +1, Annihilate does take the hit there. See what it goes for in the attack now. Does get that Citrus Berry healing, so it might actually take another hit out of this, and it is at 150 base power on the Rage Fist now, which will go right into the Golden Go. I'd be shocked if this doesn't KO. There it goes. Golden Go drops. And suddenly... Well, not suddenly, because it's been coming on for a bit, but Annihilate pretty scary now. not a whole lot to deal with it in the back here, and the mouse is certainly going to help. Friend Guard certainly already helping, and just going to boost its attack again with the Intimidate. Now up to +3 on the attack. And the Psychic Terrain still active, so Fake Out not going to be available for Kenneth. So it could be something like a Follow Me plus Drain Punch or something. Incineroar goes for the Fake Out. Unfortunately, Psychic Terrain. Follow Me, the option for the mouse hold. And Close Combat will take out the mouse. So we'll see what Annihilate wants to go for here. Would love a Drain Punch into that Incineroar right now. It'd be so tasty. Slurp up all that HP. It's just going to be the Rage Fest, actually, into the Sneasler. That'll take it down to the Sash. And Tyranitar will hit the field. I'm not surprised Tyranitar is out now. In this case, you can go for something like a Protect on the Annihilate and guarantee that the Sneasler will meet its doom. But this is the one instance where that Terra Bug Incineroar is a little awkward. We might... we could see the legendary Terra Bug U-turn on stream. I don't think we will. Oh, but we could. Yeah, the problem with the Terra Bug here is it actually isn't... it doesn't make you any better against Rock Slide. Tyranitar will just hard switch right out. I kind of expected that as well. You don't want to let yourself get hit by the close combat here. And so you go for something like a Protect and allow... yeah. And so you allow the Sneasler to drop and deal with the remainder of the Pokemon separately. But Kenneth reads that out a bit and absolutely wipes the Indeedee. I did not expect close combat to KO from that range, but... won't matter too much if Anthony is able to clean things up as intended. Because now the Incineroar can't Cycle Intimidate in any way. Sneasler will drop. There it goes. By Sneasler. And now it kind of comes down to a 50-50 to a degree. Incineroar and Porygon 2 are available here. Annihilate can certainly KO either of them with Drain Punch if they don't Terra. And if they do Terra, it becomes a little bit dicier. Yeah, the problem here is, can Porygon 2 actually get to do anything? We'll see. And also, if it gets to do anything, will it actually be able to hurt the Annihilate? Because it can kind of struggle with that matchup a little bit. Just in terms of damage. And with Annihilate already at +1 defense and at +3 attack, it's going to be a little bit awkward. See the Terra here from Kenneth? Kind of has to Terra on something. It's going to be the Porygon 2. Look, my glasses. I didn't mean to do that. Be the Terra on the Porygon 2. And yeah, we're going to see the Drain Punch into that slot. That did way less damage than I thought it would. Even against the neutral target, I did not expect that to do so little. Rock Slide against both of them does some pretty okay damage. Flinches? Flinches available. Flinches away. Knockoff into the Annihilate, but not going to do a lot because obviously Annihilate already has used its item. And Porygon 2 did flinch, actually. So that's a pretty tough break for Kenneth. Because at this point, the Terra is already shown. You have no Protects. And your Pokemon are both slower and both drop to the next hit from both of Anthony's Pokemon. Because Rage Fist, now that it is not a normal type, can be launched into the Porygon 2 and certainly pick up the KO. It's at like, I don't know, let's call it 250 base power now. I haven't been counting. I think it's 200 actually. Either way, a lot of damage. And Low Kick into the Incineroar will pick up the KO. And Anthony picks up a fairly clean game number 1. Just kind of took care of business on that one. Allowed the Annihilate to get everything done that it needed to. see how Kenneth wants to swap this one up here. Both them with the standard image there, with the same hairstyle is really funny. Yeah, we'll see how each of these two wants to switch things up for game number 2. I think Anthony certainly made things work. Annihilate can be a little bit awkward to deal with if you give it just 1 or 2 Rage Fist stacks early on, and so I wonder if Kenneth will try to avoid that in this case, especially knowing that the trigger finger for Anthony's Terra is pretty light, going for it in turn number 1 in the previous game. You also know that the Sneasler Dire Claw is a nice way to get through Annihilate in some cases, and so Kenneth might want to opt towards that as an answer. But if Anthony calls that out, you can go for a very standard Mouse Ape lead and kinda just win the game. Yep, there's the Mouse Ape. And now is when the mind games begin. So, Sneasler is the fastest thing on the field. It has close combat, which is a KO onto Mousehold. Mousehold can Terra. If it Terra Ghosts, it will not take a KO from the close combat, but then it can get KO'd by the Terra Dark Throat Chop. The goal for Anthony is to get through this turn with a beat up and then a Rage Fist into one of these 2 slots. Ideally the Golden Go, probably. But you probably just want to beat up Rage Fist here, with the Mousehold being faster than the Annihilate, probably. I don't even know for sure. I'm just guessing at this point. We're gonna see the Terra here. And it will be the Terra on the Sneasler. Terra Dark. Will it go for the Terra Dark Throat Chop into the Mousehold? Will Mousehold Terrastalize? Will it KO whether or not Mousehold Terrastalizes? We've got a Terra. Could decide the game, basically, which one of these 2 it's Terraing, and it is the Annihilate. That is good for Anthony. But how good for Anthony is it? Does the Throat Chop take out the Mousehold from this range? Is Mousehold bulky enough? It don't matter, actually. Mousehold protected. I did all of that for it not to matter. And yep, it was the Terra Dark Throat Chop into the Mousehold. And we'll see what the Golden Go goes for. It's going to be after the bulk up from the Annihilate. And it was the Shadow Ball into that slot. So that's going to be weird. Annihilate is in a little bit of danger here. As is the Mousehold, frankly, knowing that it cannot Terra at this point. But at +1, Drain Punch will do good damage to the Sneasler and heal back up the Annihilate to a decent degree. And Annihilate is at the 100 base power Rage Fist range. Like, there's a point where it's like, okay, if you're 50 base power on your Rage Fist, you are doing nothing. If you're 100 base power, it depends on if you're boosted or not, but it's kind of like, once you get hit twice, you're into the 150 range and you're starting to do, like, ridiculous damage. See this turn here. Mousehold will accept its doom. Close combat goes into it. And goodbye, Mouse. Sneasler will take the drops there. But it's Focus Sash, so it'll be able to take it. Now, what does this go into? It is the Drain Punch into the Sneasler. We'll see how much this heals back up. It should be most of its HP. Focus Sash is activated. And, yep, we'll be Annihilate all the way back to full HP there. See the Tyranitar hit the field again. Same situation as before, where the Focus Sash could be activated by the Sand. Excuse me. But in this case, I think Annihilate is much less required to protect. So we could get an aggressive Annihilate in this turn as well, especially knowing that Golden Go can't protect. I'm going to see the switch out here, and it will be the Golden Go. So, the close combat into that slot going to be completely nullified. Great for Anthony there, and the Rage Fist will pick up the KO there. Suddenly, this is really good for Anthony. Not suddenly, but it went from a very good spot to an extraordinarily good spot with both of Kenneth's leads out of here. And Anthony only missing the mouse hold. So we'll see the last two here for Kenneth. No Terra available as well, so they are two normal types, so Rage Fist won't be able to do anything. But the problem is, even though Rage Fist can't do anything, you certainly have the option to Drain Punch super effectively into either of these targets. Golden Go is also out here with the option to go for a big ol' Make It Rain. You have to be a little worried about Annihilate being a fire type against Ursaluna out here. Like, you do have to be a little bit worried about all three remaining Pokemon being weak to Ursaluna, but that's kind of just a risk you have to take at this point. Drain Punch into the Porygon 2. Again, not great damage. We saw it in the last game, and it's just, it's underwhelming. Golden Go goes for the Make It Rain. We'll see how much this does. Does not KO the Porygon 2, does solid damage, but not KO enough damage. That was weird syntax there. Not KO damage to the Ursaluna. Gutsless Ursaluna will not KO the Golden Go, will also not KO the Annihilate, but does KO the Porygon 2. And I think that'll be curtains for this one. The Porygon 2 not able to set up the Trick Room. The Ursaluna will drop to the next Drain Punch. And with the burn active as well, there's no way that it will get through these next couple turns. And Kenneth's just going to forfeit. Quick drink of water. Anthony Ascencia with the win, 4-1 on the day. Really nice performance so far. We will be seeing him in Top Cut. Well, not necessarily on stream, but I'm just such a huge fan of Mouse Ape that I can't really necessarily judge some of the play for some of this, especially because I play my Mouse Ape a little bit differently. But Anthony did a really great job here, saying, okay, yes, beat up is really important on Mouse Ape, getting my Rage Fist stacks up is really important, but sometimes it's not that important. Sometimes the bulk up is important, and in that case, was able to get through the last couple of turns and get those Drain Punches down. In any case, we are going to take a quick break. We're going to tabulate the results. We are going to get to our quarterfinal round after this break. Don't go anywhere.